What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for life, coming at you on YouTube, and I know what you're thinking. What in the world is this guy doing back here on YouTube? It's been over a year, my friends. I was doing, for a couple of years there, I was doing consistently Halloween hauls, horror unboxings, throwback movie reviews called Tales from the Fort, current day film reviews called The Drive-In. I was doing TV talks, I was doing book reviews, I was reading poems from my book. I was doing all kinds of things, but over the last year, it's been one problem after the other. I had my phone decided to blow up on me. My videos that we're posting were all grainy and crinkly, and the audio and the video was bad, so I had to get a new phone. Then I had problems with that camera, and then I had some medical problems. I went to the hospital with a double spinal fusion surgery. If you guys have had those, you know how painful they are. But needless to say, I am healthy enough now to take my neck brace off to film these videos. I've got a new phone with a brand new camera, so it's my first time uploading a new video with this camera. I hope to be back now full time and do a bunch of stuff. I'm going to record the first of 3 film reviews tonight. I am doing 3 episodes of The Drive-In tonight, doing film reviews on pretty new films. So here we go. I'm going to start off tonight with 2017's Wish Upon. I finally got a chance to see this. I saw the reviews for it, didn't look too good. I heard a bunch of bad things about it, more negative than positive, but I decided to watch Wish Upon from the end of 2017, directed by John R. Leonetti. He's worked a lot with James Wan. He was the director of Annabelle, which I'm not quite a fan of, and I'm sure most of you horror fans are also not quite a fan of. But he also did cinematography for several films, like Child's Play 3, like Hot Shot Part 2, what else? Dead Silence. He did a lot of stuff with James Wan, so I was kind of curious to see how he would do with Wish Upon here. It stars Joey King and Ryan Phillippe, and I'm just going to kind of go off the cuff. I didn't write much stuff down, but Wish Upon, without giving too many spoilers away, I want to try and do these pretty spoiler-free. This movie was a nice, pretty quick hour-and-a-half film, and I've got to say, it got a lot of flack for being PG-13, for being very, very kind of not really horror, not really comedy, kind of teeny boppery. But I've got to say, I've been kind of enjoying the teen horror genre lately. I've got a few more reviews of those coming up, and I'll let you know about those. But I enjoyed Happy Death Day that came out last year, which is kind of a similar vein, and I actually kind of enjoyed this. It kind of comes off like a Goosebumps, kind of a half-an-hour serial show. It kind of comes off like Goosebumps or Ghosts of Fear Street, or what's the other one he had? There's like 3 or 4 other R.L. Stine shows. This came off like one of those half-an-hour horror anthology kind of movies in a good way. I mean, it was campy, it was teenage, it was a little juvenile, but all in all, it was a pretty easy, fast watch. I've got to say, so the story essentially revolves around this unpopular girl who gets picked on by the popular crew and falls for the boy that she can't have because he's too popular. And her friends are kind of nobodies, and her dad kind of picks garbage. And she has some family history with some problems in it. She's got some loss in her life without giving too much away. But her dad, while picking garbage to make a living for himself because he's pretty poor, comes across this Chinese written, sealed, kind of cool-looking box, and I actually really enjoyed the prop. And he pulls the box out, gives it to her, and she realizes that you can make 7 wishes with this box. But, as you would expect, pretty predictably, as we've seen before, this box, when you make a wish, it comes with a price. I won't give too many things away, but every time the girl wishes for something, she gets what she wants, but she also has to sacrifice something major in her life as well. We've seen this before in Are You Afraid of the Dark? We've seen this before in Goosebumps. We've seen this before in The Haunting Hour. So this plot is not very original, I will say that. But it was a nice updated take. This was, again, juvenile. The wishes and stuff revolved around popularity and dealing with the bitchy queen girl in school and getting the dream boyfriend. So some of the character choices by Joey King's character, Claire Shannon, were very juvenile, were very selfish. She wasn't kind of thinking ahead. And I won't give the ending away, but the ending is kind of an obvious ending as well. There's always kind of ways to beat these things. It really reminded me a lot of Goosebumps meets Final Destination, because a lot of the deaths that were involved in this movie, without giving too much away, had that Final Destination feel. They didn't let it build on too long as they could have. They could have built more tension to the death scenes, and they could have shown more blood. Some of the blood was very quick and very cut. and they didn't really let a lot of the deaths simmer long enough. It was kind of like, here comes a death. Okay, it's done. On to the next thing. Here comes another death. And it was kind of like paint by numbers. So the premise was cool. It was a pretty easy watch. The dialogue was fine. Joey King did a pretty good job. Ryan Phillippe playing the dad was pretty cool. I haven't seen him for a while. So the acting was just fine. The pacing was just fine. The deaths were cool. I kind of wish they would have lingered more on them and built more of a story arc to them and had more cool gore, because the gore was very quick. And they had a lot of opportunity, so they could have done more with this. They could have built more on the deaths and more on the story and had the wishes be a little more clever. But all in all, this was fine for what it was. It wasn't going to reinvent the wheel. It's not a special film that you have to go out and see, but it's a fun little movie. I mean, it's something we've seen before, but it's a clever little take on it. And I'm actually quite a fan of this movie. Most people aren't, but I found it to be a fun, easy watch. It wasn't special, but it was solid. All in all, I give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. So if you guys have seen Wish Upon, what did you think? And what do you think of this formula of wishes where be careful what you wish for because it's too good to be true and all this stuff? What did you think of Joey King's acting? What did you think of the whole kind of Goosebumps meets Final Destination formula? What did you think of this film? Tell me in the comments down below, guys. And please subscribe to my channel if you guys like this review and you want to see more things like this. I know I'm kind of rambling and going quick here. It's my first time back in a while. But please stay tuned. Click the notification bell up above so that you guys can get more reviews that are coming on the way right now. So until next time, guys, this has been The Drive-In. Lock your doors and stay scared. I'll see you soon.